Welcome! In this playthrough of Marvel Champions card game, we have Valkyrie teaming up with Vision to take on an Expert Klaw with the help of the Wrecking Crew. So for our villain setup, the Klaw we have is 2 and 3 cards, starts with a scheme of 2, attack of 1. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for the Immortal Klaw, and reveal it, shuffle the encounter deck. Then to force interrupt, when Klaw attacks, give him an additional boost for this card activation, and 18 health per player. And the Immortal Klaw, it's going to give him an additional plus 10 hit points, and when defeated, he will lose those hit points. Comes in with 3 threat per player. This has an acceleration token on it. And he's got 2 main schemes. First one recommends Masters of Evil, but we're substituting in the Wrecking Crew. For setup, we search the encounter deck for the Defense Network side scheme and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck and advance to 1B. On this side, we have a threshold of 6 per player. When revealed, discard cards from the counter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player. And the Defense Network has a crisis, so we can't remove from the main threat until we deal with this. When revealed, place an additional threat per player here, so that's coming in with 4. And then for heroes, we have Vision going with Justice and Valkyrie with Aggression. So Vision comes in with a thwart of 2 and 0 for attack and defense. Density Manipulation as an action, change mass form by flipping your mass form upgrade over once per round. Hand size of 5, 11 health. Recovery 3 on this side. While you're in dense mass form, you get plus 2 recovery. While you're in intangible mass form, you get plus 1 hand size. And for setup, put your mass form upgrade into play, intangible side up, hand size of 5. And our upgrade is on dense form, mass form permanent. While in hero form, he gets plus 2 attack, plus 2 defense. As a response, after you change to this mass form, draw a card. And on intangible side, it's permanent. Vision cannot attack or defend. Reduce the amount of damage he takes from each attack by 2. Then for our Justice cards, we have 2 Power of Justice. Under Surveillance, 3 Clear the Areas. 3 for Justice. Spycraft, Counterintelligence. And then we have Wraith, Wiccan, Quasar, Quake, Eros, and Agent Coulson. In our basic cards, we've got our 3 resources, Deft Focus, 3 reboots, Helicarrier, and 2 endurances. And for Valkyrie, she's got a thwart of 1, attack of 2, defense of 1. Death Perception as a hero action, play the set aside Death Glow upgrade as if it were in your hand. Hand size of 5, 12 hit points. Recovery 4 for setup. Set the Death Glow upgrade aside out of play. And not this day as an action, detach Death Glow and set it aside out of play, hand size of 6. And the Death Glow attached to an enemy, forced interrupt. When attached enemy is defeated, set this card aside out of play. If Valkyrie defeated that enemy, ready her. And then for the aggression cards, we have 2 Power of Aggression, Combat Training, 3 Quick Strikes, 3 Relentless Assaults, Hall of Heroes, Thor, Throg, Hulk, Spider-Girl, Bug, and Marvel Boy. And for our basics, we have our resources, 3 Godlike Staminas, Helicarrier, and 2 Downtimes. All right, so finishing our setup, shuffling our encounter deck, then we're going to discard cards till we find a minion, and Vision is going to get a friend. So that friend is going to end up being an Armored Guard, scheme of 0, attack of 1, 3 health, guard, and toughness. Those remain discarded. And then 6 cards for Vision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we've got Density Control, Power of Justice, Phase Disruption, Under Surveillance, a Reboot, and Wraith. And can never get that out early enough, so we'll pitch those 3. Super Dense Strike, Clear the Area, and a Quake. And then for Brunhilde, also getting 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Thor, Shield Maiden, Relentless Assault, Helicarrier, Dragon Fang. That's definitely a keeper. And getting Helicarrier out early will definitely help. Keep Thor. So Spider-Girl, Genius, and Chooser the Slain. So So we're going to go ahead and flip over, then change form, allowing us to draw a card into a solar beam. And we're going to go ahead and thwart for 2 over there. Then clear the area, removing 2 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat on that scheme, draw a card. So defense network is down. We draw into endurance. We're going to use these 2 to bring in Quake. Thwart of 1, attack of 2, 2 health. Their minion schemes, exhaust her to deal 2 damage to that minion. She's going to come in and take care of toughness. Then we're going to set up some surveillance, attach to the main scheme, increase the target threat value of the attached scheme by 4. So now that goes to from 12 to 16. Then we're going to bring in a helicarrier over here for Brunhilde. So as an action, we can exhaust this, choose a player, reduce the resource cost of the next card that player plays this phase by 1. We're going to choose herself, flip over, use our ability to play this basically from our hand to put up here. Then Thor is going to bring in Dragon Fang for us. We get +1 attack, +2 attack instead while attacking an enemy with the Death Glow attached. So she's attacking for 4 into the guard, which will get that back, defeat the guard, and ready. Then we're going to attack for 3 in the claw down to 43. And end her turn. For Vision, we're keeping Wraith. So Eros, a reboot, Solar Beam, and Wiccan, all of our allies. And over here, we're keeping Spider-Girl, drawing into the Hulk, Godlike Stamina, the Quick Strike, and Aragorn. So we're going to get 2 threat plus the 1 from the claw. Attacking over here, Quake is going to take it for base 1. Weapons runner gets put into play. So attacking for 4. And then he came in. Scheme of 1, attack of 1, 2 health. He was put in play because of this. So the surge didn't happen, attacking us for 1, down to 10. Then over here, she's just going to take it. So 1, this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. Bummer. So it's going to be dealing 4 damage to us. Down to 8. In counter cards, the villain's going to scheme for 2, 3. And a combined effort. When revealed, each elite minion in play activates against the player it is engaged with. If no minion activated this way, this card gains Surge. This guy is a mercenary, definitely not elite. So that surges into top talent. Hinder 2 per player. The villain in each elite minion gains Retaliate 1. So that's coming in with 7 threats. So we need top threat dealt with. And Valkyrie's first player. Which that is ready. And we're going to use that for Death Glow. Then we're going to Quick Strike. Hero action, deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. Our attack against that is 4. Only need 2 to defeat. Which will return this and ready. Then Godlike Stamina. As an action heal, 2 damage from your identity. You may discard a status card from our identity. We'll go up to 10. Then we're going to attack for 3. Down to 40. And get retaliated on for 1. Vision side, we're going to bring in Wiccan. Thwart 1, attack of 1, 3 health. After he thwarts, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, deal a damage to an enemy. We're going to thwart for 1 over here. Using his ability, dealing 1 damage to an enemy. That's dealing damage, not an attack, so no retaliate. Then thwarting for 2. Then we're going to reboot, ready a friendly android character, and heal a damage from it. And thwart for 2 more. And flip her form over. Keeping Spider Girl, Power of Aggression, Chooser of the Slain, Shield Maiden, and another Power of Aggression. Over here, Vivian, Energy, Genius, Hickory Branch Lane, and a Helicarrier. So 3 threats, we're up to 9. Attacking over here, we're taking it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 4. Attacking over here, we're going to take it for 5 coming in, reduced by 2, so down to 8. And counter cards, Legal Arms Factory, so that's going to come in with 5 threats. Vision has a lot of stuff to do. And the villain attacks you. We'll take it. Let's see if this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. So it's coming in just 2 damage, which we ignore. So we are fine. And pass first player. Well, Vision's bringing in Vivian. Thwart 1, attack 1, 2 health. While we're in tangible mass form, she gets +2 thwart, which we are. Dense form +2 attack. So she's going to come in and thwart for 3. And Vision thwarts for 2. Take care of the illegal arms factory. Wiccan is going to thwart for 1. And deal 0 damage somewhere. Then change form, drawing a card, just passing through. Then use these 3 to bring in a Helicarrier. And use that to bring in 616 Hickory Branch Lane. It's an alter ego action. Exhaust this card, search your deck and discard pile for an android ally and add it to your hand. We're going to do Chooser of the Slain, hero action, searching counter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it into play engage with you and draw 2 cards. So we're going to put him into play. Drawing into Energy and visit Valhalla. Let's see. It might be something we want. We are going to use this to put on the Death Glow, attack, to defeat and ready. Bring in Spider Girl, thwart 1, attack 2, 2 health. After you play her from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. We don't have any, but she can come in and thwart for 1. We're going to flip over and heal for 4. Up to 8. We're going to visit Valhalla as an alter ego action. Return a Valkyrie card from your discard pile to your hand. And we're bringing in Aragorn to give us +4 hit points in the aerial trait. So we'll use energy for that. So back up to 12. And end our turn. We are going to keep Power of Aggression, pitching Shield Maiden, getting Flight, which is going to come in handy soon, hopefully. Hannibal Riggs, another Flight, Downtime, and Quick Strike. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Clear the area, Quasar, Power of Justice, Solar Beam, and for Justice. So 3 threat. Attacking over here, Wiccan is going to defend. And that's 5 damage coming in. And then scheming over here for 2, 3, 4. So we're up to 14 out of 16. And counter cards. The villain's going to scheme, so there goes that. So we get this back. Discard cards from the counter deck until minion's discarded. Put that minion in the play, engage with the first player. Then advance to stage 2B. So now we have a threshold of 16. And he found the Wrecker. Schema 2, attack 2, 8 health, villainous. While Wrecker is attacking, he gets +2 attack if the attack is undefended. Nasty. And discard an upgrade or support you control. Another nasty one. I think it's going to be the Helicarrier. All right, we've got problems. All right, starting off, we are going to request an action from Vision. We're going to make the next card played over here one cheaper. Actually, no, he's going to make the first card over here played one cheaper. And then as another action, hero action, remove 2 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat on the scheme, draw a card. Take care of top talent. So now these guys don't have retaliate. Then we're going to flip over. Spend a resource to attach Death Glow. Do a quick strike, dealing damage to an enemy equal to our attack, which is +4. Then we're going to put in flight. So after the enemy with the Death Glow is defeated, discard this to remove 5 threat from a scheme. Then attacking for 4 to defeat here. Which gets this back. We ready. We'll discard that to remove 5 threat. And then attack for 3. Down to 36. Then we're going to bring in Quasar. 4 to 1, attack for 2, 3 health. After he enters play, remove a threat from each scheme in play. And with this going, goes down to 26 health. Then he's going to attack for 2, down to 24. We are going to attack for 2, down to 22. And flip over. No, not flip over. We'll attack for 3, down to 19. Then change forms. And ready. So we've got a bug, our spear, Hall of Heroes, Have at Thee, and Valhalla. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Endurance, Surprise Strike, Deft Focus, Counterintelligence, and a Solar Gem. So 2 threat. Attacking over here, Spider-Girl jumps in the way, and Spider-Girl jumps to the discard pile. Vision is going to take it. So we get that. We get an acceleration. And shuffle. And see how bad this attack's going to be. This activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. So it's coming in with 4 attack. We're taking 2 damage then. Down to 6 and exhausted. And counter cards. Elite minion in play activates. If none in play, gains surge. Now we've got the pile driver. Schema 2, attack for 2, 6 health. Retaliate 1, and villainous. And a weapons runner with surge. And we're Trouble in Otherworld. Valkyrie cannot attack the enemy with Death Glow attached. It's an alter ego action. Spend an energy and mental to remove this from the game. So passing first player. All right, over here. Attack to get rid of the weapons runner. Make your next card one cheaper. We're going to bring in Deft Focus. So hero action, exhaust this, reduce the resource cost of the next superpower card you play this turn by 1. Then we're going to bring in our Solar Gem. Vision gains the aerial trait, so now we can both fly. As a resource, exhaust it to generate a wild resource, which we're going to do to bring in Endurance to give us +3 health. So we're up to 9. Over here, we're going to bring in Bug. Thwart a 1, attack a 1, 2 health. After your hero makes a basic attack, heal 1 damage from Bug. So he's going to come in and thwart for 1. Take a damage, but we're going to attack to heal him. We're attacking for 3 on Pile Driver. We get retaliated on. We'll flip over. Spend an energy and a mental to remove this from the game. And ender turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear the area, Strength, Cape, Agent Coulson, and for Justice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Godlike Stamina, Relentless Assault, Have at Thee, Combat Training, Marvel Boy, and another Have at Thee. All right, 3 threat. Attacking over here, Quasar defends. Or we'll have him take it. 5 damage coming in, reduced by 2, down to 6. Scheming for 3, 4, 5. 9 out of 16. And counter cards. Give each brute enemy and play a tough status card. Let's see. No tough status cards were given this way. Discard cards. All right, we can do that though. So he's tough. And hey, we got another guy that's tough. And pass first player. All right, we're going to flip over. Request an action to make our next card one cheaper. Attaching a Death Glow. Then we're going to attack to get rid of toughness. Get retaliated on. Then Relentless Assault, 5 damage with Overkill. So he soaks up 3, 2 breaks through. Since he didn't survive, we don't get retaliated on. But we do ready. Then Bug takes care of a tough. Takes a damage. Pitch a card for Death Glow. Attack to defeat. Heals. Readies. Then attack for 3. Down to 14. We're going to change form to draw a card. Just passing through. Something we can't use in that form. Bring in Agent Coulson. Thwart a 2, attack a 1. After your enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card and add it to your hand. Let's see, have we seen? No, we have not seen. Spycraft. Shuffle up our 4 cards here. I'm going to thwart for 2. Use that as a mental to remove 4 threat from a scheme for Justice. Then bring in Spycraft. Play only if you control a spy character. It's an interrupt. When you reveal an encounter card, discard this, cancel the effects of that card, and discard it. Then reveal another card from the encounter deck. And Then we're going to flip over. We've got +2 recovery in this and heal for 5, so up to 11. And end her turn. So for Valkyrie, I'm keeping those 2. I'm going to draw 3 more. Frog, Godlike Stamina, and Relentless Assault. Over here, we're going to draw 5, starting with these 4 first. Get in a counter card and shuffle. Solar Beam. All right, 3 threats. Attacking over here, Quasar is going to jump in front of that. And Quasar's going to jump over here. Then scheming on this side for 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're up to 10. And counter cards. The Immortal Klaw. He's strong again. And give to the Vision player. Treat your Master Form upgrades text as if it were blank, except for keywords, alter ego, action, exhaust your identity to remove this. Well, we know what he's doing. And then we're in alter ego, so that gains surge. Into an armored guard. Not terrible. Pass first player. Exhaust. Get rid of our corrupted programming. I'm going to use this to go looking for Vivian. There she is. Put her in her hand. I'm going to use our Solar Gem for a reboot to ready a friendly android character and heal a damage from it. So we're up to 12 out of 14 since we have endurance. Go ahead and flip over. We're going to change form. Going to Helicarrier and Deft Focus, along with a mass increase to play Solar Beam. Vision's intangible mass form. Remove 5 threats from a scheme. And Coulson. We'll thwart to get rid of that. Hey, Coulson just did 10 damage. Then thwart for 2. Bring in Vivian. We're in intangible form. Thwarting for 3. Bug takes care of toughness because that's what he does. We are going to attack Klaw for 3, down to 11. Discard a card to attach Deathglow. Relentless Assault with Overkill. So soaks up 3, 2 breaks through, down to 9. Then we ready. Godlike Stamina. We're going to heal for 2, up to 8. Of course, we've attacked, so he's healed. Then swing for 3 more. Down to 6. And ender turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super Dense Strike, Strength, Quake, Solar Beam, and clearing the area. And Quick Strike and Strength, and an encounter card, and shuffle. Got 3 more cards coming to us. 1, 2, 3. I like Stamina, Spider Girl, and Flight. All right, up to 8. Attacking over here. Coulson's happy to jump in the way. Or is he? Yeah, we're just going to take it. For 1, 2, so we've got 5 damage coming in. Blocking 2 down to 9. And attacking over here. Coulson jumps in front of that attack. And goes where we thought he would go. And counter cards. The villain in each minion engaged with you attacks you. He'll take the hit. So 5 coming in, blocking 2, taking 3 down to 6. And over here, weapons runner with Surge. Surges into take 2 damage and Claw heals 2 damage. Up to 8. And place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there isn't one, we start discarding until we find one. And we didn't find one. So good for us there, bad for us here. Another acceleration token. Yeah, we gotta start doing some damage. All right, pass turn. All right, we're bringing in Flight. So after we defeat an enemy with the Death Glow, remove 5 threat from a scheme. Quest in action. Make our next card played 1 cheaper. Attach the Death Glow. Attack and kill a weapons runner. Get this back. Ready. Remove 5 threat from a scheme. Bug thwarts for 1. Takes the damage, which he's going to immediately heal as we attack for 3. Down to 5. Then we're going to bring in Spider Girl, and she's going to attack for 2. Down to 3. Over here, we're going to change form and draw a card into a reboot. We're going to thwart for 2. Vivian is now attacking for 3, which is going to take Claw down. Yay. So he comes in with toughness and still getting an additional boost. 44 health, scheme of 3, and attack of 2. All right, Deft Focus, making her next superpower 1 cheaper. Solar Gem to help along with that. Super Dense Strike, we're in dense form. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. This attack gains piercing. Good timing on that. Toughness goes away down to 39. We're going to play a Solar Beam. We're in dense form. 7 damage to an enemy. Down to 32. We're going to flip over, use that to get Vivian back, and then bring her into play with Quake and Reboot to attack for 3, down to 29. And end her turn. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Combat training, power of aggression, godlike stamina, or spear, and Hall of Heroes. A little late for that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arrows, energy, clear the area, counterintelligence, and a reboot. 4 threat, attacking, Spider Girl. For base 2, weapons runner comes into play. 3 damage. And then he hits us for 1. We're down to 5. Scheming for 1, 2, 3. This activation deals damage to you. It's not. And counter cards. Ooh, Thunderball. Scheme of 3, attack of 1, 7 health. Villainous. After you attack, you deal damage to each character you control. And this is going to surge into Sonic Sound Body. Claw now has Retaliate as a hero action. Spend one of each resource to discard it. And pass first player. I think we're going to have to heal for 5 because of this form, so we're up to 11. Then use a Solar Gem to reboot, Radiant Android, and heal 1. Then attack for 3, down to 26. Goes away. Use Lane to get it back. So hero action. Over on this side, we're going to spend one of each resource to get rid of that. Then Vivian's going to come in. We're going to change form, so now she's all about removing threat. Well, I guess we flipped over, changed form, and that happened. Then we're going to bring in arrows. Thor to 2, attack 1, 2 health. After you've played from your hand, confuse a minion for each mental resource we used to pay for him. So confusing Thunderball. Thwarting for 2. And thwart for 2 more. Bug attacks for 1. Make our next card over here 1 cheaper for Deathglow. Attack. To do all that. And Godlike Stamina to heal 2 damage. To 7. Then we're going to flip over and heal for 4 up to 11. And Ender turn. So 5 more cards. Have at thee. Have at thee. Downtime. Chooser of the Slain. And a Relentless Assault. And over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Under Surveillance, Endurance, Solar Beam, Vision's Cape, and the Power of Justice. All right, 4 threat. Attacking. Arrows jumps in the way. Or do we? No, we go back to Vision getting hit. For base 2, 3, 4. So just taking 2 damage with his reduction down to 10. Scheming over here for 3, 4, 5. And he loses Confused. And counter cards. Hey, for the 3rd time. So up to 36. And it gets 4 threat placed on it. And pass first player. So it can either remove 10 threat to remove 10 damage or deal 10 damage. Good times. All right, Bug attacks for 1. We flip over. We attack. We're going to pitch a card for Deathglow. Attack for 4. Which heals him. Have at thee, dealing 7 damage to an enemy. If they've got the Deathglow, it gets overkill. So we're doing 7. He soaks up 1. 6 breaks through, down to 30. So we ready? Get that back. He goes away. Then attack for 3, down to 27. And let's see. Thwart for 3. Flip our form over to draw a card. Helicarrier, Deft Focus, Solar Gem. Solar Beam, 7 damage to an enemy. Down to 20. Under Surveillance. Thwart for 2. And then remove 2 more threat. And end her turn. So we're going to pitch our cape. We're going to keep Relentless Assault. So another Relentless Assault, Quick Strike, Shield Maiden, and Chooser of the Slain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Power of Justice for Justice, Wraith, Density Control, and a Super Dense Strike. We get 5 threat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attacking over here. This is where Bug's going to end it. So Bug is gone. Arrows defends over here. He is gone. And counter cards, the Villain Schemes. For 1, 2, 3, just 3. So we're up to 10. And here, Armored Guard with Toughness. All right, Deft Focus and Solar Jam for Super Dense Strike. 5 damage with Piercing. Let's go ahead and get rid of that guy. I'm going to bring in Wraith, Thwart 1, attack of 3, 3 health. When a boost card is turned face up, exhaust him and deal a damage to him to cancel that card's boost effect. Attacking for 3, down to 17. And we're going to Thwart for 2. All right, Valkyrie, Chooser of the Slain. Search in counter deck and discard pile for minion, putting into play and drawing 2 cards. We want the little guy with 2 health. Shield Maiden and Genius. Quest in action, make her first card 1 cheaper for Death Glow. Relentless Assault with Overkill. Soaks up 2, 3 breaks through, down to 14. Actually, before that happened, we wanted to attack for 3, down to 11. Then do that so we can ready. Then discard a card to attach the Death Glow up here. And attack for 4, down to 7. And then Quick Strike for another 4, down to 3. So we just got to last 1 more turn. So keeping for Justice, getting another for Justice, Wiccan, just passing through, and a Phase Disruption. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marvel Boy, Energy, Thor, Relentless Assault, and a Throg. Up to 13. Attacking over here. I guess I did forget to flip. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to take it. Tangible form. See, for each elite minion in play, this card gets an additional boost. We don't have any elite minions, so 3, 4, 5 damage. We end up taking 3, down to 7. Attacking over here. Wraith jumps in the way. And Wraith is gone. And counter cards. Legal Arms Factory. Place an additional threat per player there. Comes in with 5. And Surge and Exhaust Your Identity. Bummer. Surge into. Either spend 1 of each resource or exhaust each character you control. Well, that's not an option for us, so we have to do the resources. We don't have one of each, so we have to do the best we can. So Marvel boys are only physical, and energy is going to be a relentless assault. And we pass first player, which leaves us just enough to bring in Thor. Thor to 1, attack of 3, 3 health, comes in with toughness as an interrupt when he attacks a minion. Engage with the player, we can spend an energy resource and resolve the attack against each minion, or we can just bring him in and attack for 3. And that is going to take down the Klaw. And of course, Vision was available to do some more damage if needed. But Vision and Valkyrie able to take out an Expert Klaw. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.